As the Nigerian government intensifies efforts to evacuate more citizens from war-torn Sudan, about 200 students were reportedly stranded en route to the Sudanese border in Egypt. The news is coming after the first batch of 376 evacuees arrived at Abuja from Sudan via Egypt on Wednesday night. The second batch of evacuees are expected to arrive the country today, Friday. Well, according to the situation report, the stranded students were in dire need of support as the money charged to move them to the border was unaffordable. Well, let's take a listen to the account of some of the students who arrived on Wednesday night on the Air Peace flight and the NAFC 130.
I know the government are trying, but we still have a lot of students. What we experience there is not meant to be explained by anybody, not even, let's forget about being in Nigerian. It's not supposed to be experienced by anybody. We've been stranded for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks sleeping on the street, sleeping in the car, and so on.
My experience, actually, at the beginning it was very nice, but when the war started, everything changed, and everything changed for worse. So especially when we started hearing the sound of bombs and bomb shell and bullets, it was so frightening, and it was terrible.
Yeah, they're my brothers and sisters. They're there in Port Sudan, so I want them to be back, because really this has been depressing and frustrating. I don't know. I don't think they're going to survive another 1 week or another.
Very sad. Everything I had gone.
So can you just tell me what was the experience like? I know.
All right, I'll give you all information when the time comes.
That gentleman could not even speak. I mean, it's very heartbreaking to hear the account of these students. Listening to the account of those students, what they went through is quite heartbreaking. Dr. Abati.
Well, the lesson of this is that war is not something anybody should wish for. Mm-hmm. The people in Nigeria who always say, we will cause problems, mm-hmm. we will cause war, we will pull Nigeria down. Well, when you find yourself in a war situation, there will be casualties. Children, pregnant women, as we saw in one video. And that is why the promotion of peace is always important, because the extent of the collateral damage involving a war situation, you really do not know how far it will go. These are innocent persons going about their studies, businesses in Sudan, only to be caught in this crossfire between two generals who seem determined to destroy their own country. So it's unfortunate that they found themselves in that kind of situation. Our argument has always been the Nigerian government helping our citizens in distress. Well, this C-130 that was sent there, well, apparently it's not meant for passenger flights. No. But they just needed to evacuate the people there by all means. And our Nigerian Air Force crew that went there, 14 of them, with this Hercules C-130, also went with food supplies to help. They just needed to get those persons out of danger zone, and they brought them home. Now, you talked about the other Nigerians who are still there, 200 of them, who are stranded on the way. The other time, it was Tire that caught fire, we were told. This time around, it's, the fact that they are stranded, they can't pay, and all of that. Well, whatever NEMA or NITCOM or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs can do to go to the rescue of those persons and make sure that they get to the Sudanese border. They are going towards Wada Ayufa, we are told that they are assisted in that regard. The ones that have returned home, we're told that Aliko Dangote Foundation has offered to give them 100,000 naira each. The federal government of Nigeria is also giving 100,000 naira each. MTN Foundation is giving recharge credit card or whatever, of about 25,000 naira. Other well-meaning Nigerians should move in. We should all be our brothers' keepers. But we're told that there are millions of Nigerians stranded still stranded in Sudan. So this should not be just for television purposes, giving interviews, asking people to sing a national anthem. The operation should continue. More people should be brought home.